everyone. It's me, Mama GF. How are you? Okay, so today I have decided to make a little video for you because I want to explain you something very important about the life. And also, I have a little message for Mr. Donald Trump. But first of all, I want you to listen to my story so you will understand better what I'm saying. Okay, so, so let's start the story that happened in my life. This story started when I was 19 years old. When I was 19 years old, I was fucking sick of everything. I thought it was not normal that since we were born, there's the government who always telling us what to do. He's always telling us we need to go to school, we need to work. I thought it was not normal. I thought it was really weird. And I was fucking sick of it. And I wanted to live something else. So I decided to buy a little airplane ticket and to just go away from all this. Okay, so I bought a little airplane ticket of $300 because me, I just wanted to be free, you know, not having anybody fucking tell me what to do every day. And okay, it was so weird. And okay, so I bought a little airplane ticket of $300 and I went to the France. Okay, and then I started to live the real life. Like I was free. Like every day I would just be free. Oh, I had $0 in my pocket. And I would just do whatever I wanted every day. It was amazing. It was like every day I would just go walking from town to town. I would meet some people. I made so many friends there in Europe, and it was so great. And like I was living more like the life God intended us to live, like meeting some people at the right time. And also I was looking in the garbage for some food, or I was playing my violin to get money. And to sleep, I would find a little hole to sleep in every day. But often I just made friends who just invite me to sleep, so that was easy. So if you want a little resume of what I did in my travel, I can tell you, okay? Okay, so first I went to France. But that was just because the little airplane ticket was so cheap. So there I didn't stay for long, I just stayed there for like a week. I made some friends. Oh, those were my first friends. I made so many friends this travel. It was amazing. It was incredible. Okay, so I always meet people who help me. So those were the first people. They showed me a little bit how to, you know, do panhandling and stuff, and to live in the street, like, so that was nice. And in Marseille, and after that, but me, I wanted to go to Slovakia, okay, because there was a big international rainbow gathering there, so that was my goal. So I had to go there. So I started to hitchhike, and also I took the train, and I didn't pay. You know, I just get on the train, and in Europe you don't need to pay. So I did that. So after I went to Italy, I went to Vienna, no, not yet, to Venice, and then I met a guy. He bring me make a tour of the town in the little boat, you know, for the tourists. Oh my, it was so nice. Like it was like if I was a tourist, but I didn't pay for it because always people would invite me places. And after, in Venice, it looked so good. All the food looked good, but I had $0. So anyway, after that, I had to go through Austria to go to Slovakia. So I went there to Austria, and Austria is a really crazy country. Like people are I don't know, they are like, there it was so nice in Vienna. I met a guy, and he bring me to the homeless shelter, and there was some people. They told me there was a nudist beach somewhere. So they said, come, we're gonna go to the nudist beach. So I went there with them, and then it was so nice. Like just beside the beach, there was like a little park with the trees and with the little benches, and there everyone was naked. Oh my god, it was so great. Like it was the first time I saw this in my life. Like there was so many people, everybody was naked, like little families and stuff, like young people and stuff. Oh my god, it was so great. And oh my god, it was great. And after that in Austria also, because I just walk around all day and I talk to everyone, and I would just ask everyone like, what is there to do here? What is the most nice thing to do here? So somebody told me I should go to the Rose Garden, and that's a little bit more like in Salzburg. And so I went there, and there was the Mozart town. Salzburg is a Mozart town, okay, and it's fucking weird. Like everybody's dressed like Mozart, and they all have white hair like Mozart. There's like 1,000 Mozart in the street, and it's so weird. It's really weird there. Okay. And after I went to the Rose Garden. This is like a big garden where I think the Sound of Music was filmed or something. I don't know. And after that, okay, in Austria, something bad happened to me because the people there, I don't know, man. And there's a guy, okay, I don't know why, but he took all my stuff, everything I had, like my violin, my backpack, my hammock, everything, and my passport. So he took everything. Okay, after that, I had nothing at all. I had nothing. So I was like, but then I discovered really the real life. that was great. That was an amazing moment of my life when I lost everything I had, and then I would just walk somewhere. I had no more problems. I would just wake up and go somewhere, and God would always take care of me of anything I want, anything I needed. He would just give me. And then I started to like really believe in God because it was so amazing. I would just go around. I had no backpack, no nothing. I was just like a free spirit in the world, and God was taking care of everything for me. And there's some not really normal things that happened. Like after that, okay, I went to Slovakia, and there, okay, I wanted to go to a little party first, okay, and so, but me, I'm like, oh, whatever, the party is like 1,000 kilometers from here, like, I don't care, I'm just gonna walk there. Me, I'm always like this in my life, I don't care. So I started to walk, and it was like late, it was like midnight, no, it was like 10 p.m. maybe, and then I started to walk, and after like a few hours, there's a bus that stopped right beside me, and I was like, what the fuck, what's this? I didn't even see the bus, like, he just stopped, so I was like, okay, so I get in the bus, and I thought it would go faster in the bus, maybe. And then in the bus, I see a girl with the blue hairs. So I was like, oh my God. Then I started to talk to her. I was like, hey, do you know this party is there? And she was like, yes, I know those people. And like, oh, it was so crazy. Like everything was happening great. Like, so after she was not going there, but after she said, I'm going to bring you there. I know those people. And so I went to the party like this. And then all my travels started to be like this, like all the time. I would always meet the right people at the right time. And it was really crazy. Like, then I really started to believe in God. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. How can this happen? Anyway, this is how I started to believe in God in the life. But anyway, so after that, I went to the little party. After that, I went to the rainbow gathering in Slovakia. And this was a big rainbow. There was like, maybe 10,000 people. It was like huge, okay? And it was a big, they make a European one. So there was a lot of people there. I met some friends there and stuff. After that, I went to the breakdance festival in Slovakia, and that was so great. Like, people were doing breakdance in the mall, in a big mall. And it was so nice. And after that, I went to a little party, another party, and there, I met a guy. Okay, this guy became my really good friend. His name was Adam. And, oh yeah, also, there was another God event, like, because at the end of the party, I was going to go home. Because, I wanted to come back here in Quebec. Because I wanted to study carpentry. But at the end of the party, I met this guy. His name was Adam. And he said, hey, what's up? You should come with me because I'm going to see my friends in Germany. And they live in a commune, and they're so nice people. So you should come with me. So I was like, all right, let's go there. And so I went there with him. But that's crazy too when you think about it, because if he wasn't there, Adam, I would have come back here. So this is all like, I think God wanted me to go there. Seriously. And then, so then I went there with him, and we lived in a commune in Berlin, and there was a bunch of punks, and it was so nice. They lived in like abandoned wagons, train wagons, and it was so nicely. There, I met a boyfriend there, and it was nice. I made great friends there. After that, I went to another party in Hamburg, and there I met a guy, and he wanted to make me visit like Hamburg, and there, you know what we said? There was the Occupy Hamburg, and they were there since like 2 years. Like here in New York, they stay, I don't know, 6 months, but there they stay like fucking a long time. Like every time the police would kick them out, they would just build a new camp like somewhere else in the town. They were like really resistant, like. So, oh my, and when I went there, they were celebrating the exact 2 years that they had been there. Exactly the day when I came there. Oh, that was so crazy. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Like, then I really started to believe in God, because that was not normal. Seriously, I think when you travel, and the less possessions you have, you start to be like really like, I don't know, something happened with the life. You can just go like a little electron or something. I don't know. Hey, also, I read a book from Seneca once, and he said, you should go live in the street and abandon all your possessions, and then you will understand the true meaning of the life. And I was like, yeah, man, that's what I did when I was young. Jeez, I already knew this. Oh my God. Anyway, so after that, I was in Hamburg for a while. After that, I came back to Berlin to see my friends at punks. And my friend Adam, he was still there. And both of us, we wanted to, I don't know, do something else now. So he said, okay, now, Mama Jeff, I will bring you to my house. So we went to his house, and he was from Hungary. So we went to Budapest together, and we just took the train. And he was skipping the train too. And there, we even got caught by the controllers. But we were so much well, like, in our seat, and we were sleeping. and the controllers were like, oh, it's okay, just go. We don't care. Because usually they kick you out, you know. But anyway, that was funny. So, yeah, so we went to Budapest. There we lived with his friends. And, oh my god, this guy, he was really a good friend. Like, he didn't even fuck me. Seriously, he never fucked me. Like, a friend like this is rare. So we went to live there with his friends. There, I made another boyfriend with his friend. Then his friend bring me to the after party of a big festival there. I think it's called Elora. And we went to the after party because it was over. So we went to chill with all the organizers. Hey, and the Hungarians, they are so nice. Like, seriously, they look like Quebecers a little bit. Like, in the way they talk, they make like jokes like Quebecers. They made me think of my people. Maybe, you know what? Because I think their language is so complicated that they are like really clever. And yeah, they are so nice. The Hungarians are the nicest people, I think. But anyway, so oh yeah, after that my friend said, hey, I know a nice place near Budapest, and he bring us there. It was a bunch of tree houses, but I never said something like this. Like, there was fucking huge tree houses in the trees, and they were all like abandoned. Like it was not like a tourist place. Like, it was like abandoned tree houses in the trees, and there was like huge passerelle, like huge little bridges in between. And the bridges were like so long and so high in the air. It was like scary, but it was all solid and it was abandoned. I don't know why it was there. But yeah, it was so great. Like, the tree houses, there was like eight tree houses all connected by those bridges. And it was amazing. Like, I don't know how my friend knew this, but he's from there, so. But that was like so great. We stayed there a couple of days, sleeping in the tree houses. Oh my god. But anyway, after that, I told my friend Adam, I was like, I didn't know what to do anymore, like where to go next. So he told me, because it was starting to be like the winter, so I couldn't really live like in the street really anymore. So he told me I should go to Spain, because in Spain it's always hot and the people are nice. And he told me there's a nice rainbow in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, and I should go there. And okay, so then I said, wow, that's a good idea. So I said goodbye to my friend, and that's the last time I saw him. Oh, he was so great, this guy. But anyway, so okay, so then I traveled to Spain. I went to some little party there, and then I arrived at the rainbow, okay? This is where the important part of the story starts, okay? Because this is really important, okay? So I went to the little rainbow, but it turned out, I think it was like the mafia there. I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like, it was on a guy's property, and he was like, yes, I'm Balthazar, I'm the master of the rainbow, you're in my house, not you're on my property. And I don't know, he had like a big house, and he had like some sex slaves or something, I don't know, there was something going on there. And I think they were selling drugs, because they always had how they call it, they always made like a council, but they always had the council like in his house at 2 a.m. And we don't really know what happened. Anyway, okay, so anyway, but that was nice there. There was some so nice people there, and it was a small rainbow, and everybody was nice. And there, I met a very important guy, okay? His name is San Sebastian, and he was a German guy. He was a German Aryan phenotype, like with the blonde hair, you know, like, like this, and he became my boyfriend. Yes. And he understood everything that I said about being free. I didn't want to be like a slave in the society, and he was so great. He wanted to do the same thing like me. He wanted to just live the life like in the nature. And you know what? He had a big project, okay? He wanted to go to live in the jungle. This guy is fucking crazy, okay? He was young. Like me, I was 19. He was 21. And he was traveling for like 5 years. And he wanted to go live in the jungle, okay? To make his life there and just eat the fruits and the trees and just get away from society and just be like animals, you know, like just make babies in the forest. That would be much more natural, he said. And he was a funny guy, okay? And so he told me, come with me, Mama GF. Hey, even back then, my name was Mama GF, okay? Yes. So he told me, come with me. We will go to live in the jungle together. And so I was like, you know, a guy who tells me something like this, like, let's go live in the jungle, you know, away from society, it's like, it really works for me. Like if you tell me something like this, I will go with you, Lynn. Okay. So I went there with him. So we started to travel together after the rainbow. So we were living in Spain. And this guy, he was really like, he had his project, okay? I can't believe he was just 21 years old, and he was like, he's a really funny guy, okay? And so he really wanted to go to the jungle, and the closest jungle was in Africa, okay, in the Congo. So we had a big project of going there, making our life there, just burning our passports, and burning everything and just lived there like Adam and Eve, And yeah, so yeah, and he was very clever. So what we did, we went to live in the port of Spain, okay? And there, we lived there about like a month, okay? It was crazy. Like every day, we would just go there, and we would try to spot like a captain or something, somebody who owned a big ship and who could bring us to the Congo or to Africa somewhere. Because you remember, but yeah, every captain that we asked to bring us, they said, yeah, I could bring you, but I had no passport. So they didn't want to bring us without a passport. Because you remember, I got stolen everything when I was in Austria. So I didn't have a passport. So it was very difficult. We didn't find anybody who wants to bring us. So it was very sad. So one day, San Sebastian, he had an illumination, okay? I don't know where he got that clip from his head, but he said, hey, I know a place where we can go. And it belongs to Spain, but it's on the African continent, okay? So we can just take a boat and go there. And like this, we're gonna be in Africa already. Then we just have to find a way to go to Congo, that's it. So that was very clever of him. I don't know where he took this information from, but there's a place in Africa. It's called Septa or Sirta. I don't know how you say this. It's in Morocco, but it's like just a little place, like it belongs to Spain. And really, when you look at it, it looks like a bit artificial. I don't know. It looks weird. So there, you can just take the boat from Spain and go there. And they don't ask you for a passport or anything. So we could go there. So we went there and we thought like we could just go through the fence or something, go find a hole to go there. So when we arrived, well, first we tried to just walk through the frontier, but they asked us for my passport. So it didn't work. So then we started to walk, okay? This guy, he was so great. Okay, with him, we would just walk all day. Like he was just so great. Me, I like to walk too. So we would just walk all day and talk to he wanted to talk to everyone. And, my God, he was always making like social analysis. He really liked to do that. Like, I don't know, he was just like, oh, look at those people. They live like this and it means this about them. I don't know, he just did that naturally. And, okay, so we started to walk and we would walk all the frontier until we find a little hole where we can pass through and then we would be in Morocco. So then we started to walk, but there was a big wall all around Septa. It was impossible to go through it. It was a huge wall. Like, I don't know, here we don't even have a wall, but there in Africa they have big walls, okay? So we were very sad. And this is like so small, it took us like 2 or 3 days to get through it. So we were like, fuck. But then at some point, okay, there was some place where we slept, okay? And it was like a big platform. And when we woke up in the morning, there was like a bunch of people who came to talk to us. And they were like people from Africa mostly, and Arabs and stuff. And they came to talk to us, and we just talked to everyone. So we were like, hey, how are you? What are you doing here? What you do in your life and stuff. And so they told us they came from Africa, and now they live in the UN camp. And there was a fucking huge UN camp there in Septa. And they said they just crossed the border with a boat. And then they come to the UN camp, and they're going to be redistributed in Europe. Like soon. They were waiting to go to Europe. They wait like 1 year, and then they go to a country there. And we were like, wow, that's great. That's amazing. And we were like, yeah, because San Sebastian, we were like, yeah, it should be more easy to go to Europe. Everyone should be free on the earth. Because, yeah, San Sebastian, he was a bit like brainwashed. He was really brainwashed, actually. Like he said, he kept talking against the white people. And now I realized, like, oh, he was really brainwashed. He was a leftist. Like, he kept saying white people are crazy. The Africans are much better. They are much more relaxed. Then he said the white people, all we do is destruction and stuff like this. Like, he had no respect for our culture and our people. And, yeah, now I realize that. And he said there should be no frontier. We should break all the frontiers. People should be free to go everywhere on the earth. And, yeah, now I realize that he was a bit brainwashed. And also, what he said one time? He said because his parents were living in the communist part of Germany after World War II. So he said, oh yeah, the communists, they are much more happy. They live together. That's great. He said that. Anyway, now I just realized that. And, so we were like, wow, that's great. They're going to Europe. That's really great. And every day we would see a little boat coming with like, 20 people. They just crossed the frontier. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Like, I'm going to put a little picture here, okay, to illustrate what I'm saying. And they just crossed the border. Like, it's not like they crossed the sea. And yeah, all those people we talked to, they look like rich kids, like they all had brand new cell phone. And we asked them, oh, is it the war in your country? And they were like, no, it's not the war. We just want to go to Europe. And I was like, oh my God. And it was weird. It looked artificial. Seriously, like it looked like it's made up. It's a made up place because it was like too easy. And there must be places like this like everywhere. And like this is just one of them. Like I put another picture here so you can understand. Okay, so yeah, so that was it for then. So we ended up, so yeah, if you want to know the end of the story, me and my boyfriend, we ended up crossing the frontier. Okay, you know how I did it? Because there was a time on like Sunday morning, there was a big like Arab market, I don't know, and there was plenty of Arab girls who came from one side to the other. I think they were buying stuff or something, I don't know. And there was like plenty of them. So me, I just put a scarf, I don't know how you call it, and I disguised like a Muslim, and so I just went through there, and they didn't ask me for nothing. That was so funny. Oh my god, that was so funny. And you know how we got this? We just knock on doors. We just knock on the door, and we ask somebody to give us a Arab clothing, because they're in their religion, the Muslims. If you need clothing or food, like, and you ask them, you can just knock on the door, and it's like in their religion, they just give to you. Yes, because we talk to a lot of Muslim people, and they say that to us. They say in the Muslim religion, you have to give 10% of your revenue to the poor. So yes, we just did that. Then somebody gave us a Muslim clothes, so I could just go there through the front door. That was like so funny. That was one of the most funny things I did in my life. I just went there. Anyway, so after we were in Morocco, but then we got stuck in Morocco. We hitchhiked and through the whole Sahara Desert until I don't know which country is on the south, but then they asked me for my passport again. So we didn't know what to do. So after we came back, and we got stuck there. We were in every city in Morocco. We were there like 3 months, but that was fun. It was a fun time because the Muslim people, they are like so nice, and they all want you to come live in their house, and they all want to invite you for dinner and stuff. So it was funny time, And there in Morocco, seriously, like the people they live in the countryside, they live like in a big house with all the family, and it's so great. Like people that are great, seriously. And but anyway, that's not important, okay? Because what is important in my story right now, okay, is that I want to explain you something, okay? Look, this place called Sirta, okay? Look, I'll put a picture here for you, okay? I really want you to understand what I'm saying, okay? This place is not a normal place, okay? If we were in the real life, okay, the Spain would protect its borders, okay? And there would be nobody going from one side to the other. That would be impossible. But no, because there is a UN camp, okay, people can just go there and then they are greeted in the Europe. You see the whole difference that the UN camp makes on our life, okay? So I think it's not normal because let's say the UN camp decide to bring this migrant to Germany or something, or France. Well, France and Germany never agreed to receive these migrants. So it's like if the UN was taking control over our life, okay? Because do you understand that the UN is a thing created to serve us? Like it's all the countries they get together and they made something that they could use. But now, today it's reversed. It's the UN that uses the country to bring migrants into Europe. And this is not normal. It's not something natural. You understand what I mean? It's like forced. And it's non-consensual from the countries. And also there's something else. Because the UN is an international space. So it's not even in the countries. So everyone can go there. There's no border. So I think this is not good. It's not working. Because if the UN camp wouldn't be there, there would be no migrants crossing from one side to the other. And yes, so I think the UN camps are illegitimate, they're anti-constitutional, and they violate the normal processing of the countries to receive migrants in their countries. Okay? So I think the UN camps, you should research it. There must be a lot of it along the border, and I think it's all because of them. Because if they would not be there, the countries would be able to protect their borders. But now, because they have made this international space on their frontier, on their country, it's like a space that anybody can violate, and I think it's really bad, and that is leading to the modification of our population. And yes, that's what I have to tell you today, okay? Because that's what made me realize all this, because at the time, I didn't realize. I was like, wow, this is great. Like, I was not there. And after that, when I came back here, but I thought it was weird. It didn't seem natural. And then when I came back here and I started to watch TF and all this, it all started to make sense. I was like, wow, okay, this is why they put it there, the UN camp. Because it's really not normal when you think about it. It's not natural at all. And also, I wanted to add that when I started to watch GF, this is not the only thing I understood about the migrants and the UN camps, but I also understood why I wanted so much to be free in my life and why this travel felt so good to me. And it's because we actually live in a communist society, and since we are born, the government is always telling us what to do and telling our parents how to live. And this leaves no place for innovation and for creativity. And this is what I was truly searching for when I went in this travel. I was really searching for an experience that came from myself, not something that came from an external source or from the government who tell me what to do. Everything I did in the travel, it came from myself and from my intuition, my desires. And this is what allowed me to become truly myself. And I think that's what the society lacks today, is that people cannot become themselves because they are surrounded by the government in every aspect of their life. And I truly understood what means communism. And that's why I liked this travel so much, and it felt so good. And I was searching for this all my life. And I understood really this when I watched GF, because he talks a lot about freedom and about the government. And I knew all this intuitively, but GF really put some words on it. And that's why I love him so much. And thank you, GF, for explaining all this to us. And for me, that was what made me understand all of it. And yes, that was my message for you today, that I wanted you to understand. And I hope you will join me for another video, because I need to say something to Mr. Donald Trump. So you can watch my other video very soon. And I hope Mr. Donald Trump will take action on this, because it's very important. Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a nice day, and I talk to you later. Bye bye.